ducky saga continues. On day 25, 2 of the eggs externally pipped, but they only broke just a small section off of the outer shell. It's on day 25, like I said. You could see the membrane on the inside and it was white and dry. So we left it like 24 hours or so. Still like nothing. You could hear them peeping inside, if you like, and still nothing. So we felt that we had to intervene. So we picked off a little bit more of the egg to expose the membrane, and yeah, it was very dry. It was white, but very, very dry. It was like paper. This is in the air sac, so we felt we had to give them an air hole. So we broke the membrane, and immediately after doing that, the 2 of the ducks became very active and started, like squeaking, peeping, whatever you want to call it. So we thought, well, leave it like that another 24 hours, let's see how they go. And no progress made at all, so we had to intervene. So I'll show you some footage now of the eggs as they are and what shrink wrapping looks like. It's still touch and go at the moment. I think we're day 28 now. It's still touch and go about whether we're going to be able to get them out or not, because the shrink wrapping is quite gnarly. There is still a lot of veins, a lot of prominent red veins in some of the membranes. So obviously we can't peel any of that back, because if we cause a bleed, it could kill them. So we have to wait for those to all dry back before we can sort of make any attempt to get them out. So this is what we've done so far. We've been using coconut oil, Vaseline and water and things to, you paint it on the membrane. If your membrane is white, if you paint it on with a cotton bud, coconut oil seems to be okay. Vaseline is also good. Paint that onto the membrane and the membrane becomes instantly clear and you can see all of the veins, so you know whether you can intervene or not. So yeah, it's touch and go at the minute. Don't know how many of these we're going to be able to save. Oh, and one other, one that we call Big Egg, because it was bigger than all the others, wasn't showing any signs of internally pipping. It was moving, but it wasn't getting anywhere. So again, I put a safety hole in it with a very small drill bit, just a hole in the end, just so that he could breathe. But when I did that, I noticed that the membrane had kind of come away from the egg again. So again, more intervention was needed. So we popped the egg open, popped the wetted the membrane, sorry, and it became apparent straight away that the duckling was the wrong way round, so he was never going to get out of that. Again, it's really touch and go with this one. We don't know whether he's going to make it or not, but we moistened the membrane as much as we could, and then found the area where his head was, which was totally the wrong end of the egg, and we found a clean area of the membrane that had no veins in it, and made a small air hole. You could see the air sac was kind of inflating and pulsing when he was breathing. The membrane, sorry, was pulsing, so we made a hole in it just to give him some air to breathe, and instantly that kind of pulsing stopped. So again, that one is probably the most touch and go of all of them, because we have 4, 3 of which are the right way round. Sorry about that. But yeah, Big Egg is the wrong way round and shrink wrapped, so we really don't know how this is going to pan out. But here's some footage of what we've been doing so far and what we've got, so you can kind of get a picture of where we're at. So yeah, have a look at this. I'll get it back in.
Hello, baby.
Get back in. Okay, we had 2 pipped eggs. but the membrane was really dry, and we had a dilemma and a decision to make. So we took them out and just broke the membrane, and thankfully they're still alive and they're squeaking and pipping, and yeah, so I guess we just have to wait now.
He's trying to get his head out.
Yeah, as we just broke that last one, he's actually trying to get through, but the membrane was too dry. I don't understand why, because our humidity's been up in the 70s since lockdown, so I don't know why that occurred, but we just hope that they're going to survive. As you can see here, this is after we intervened and just made them a little hole after we saw that the membrane was very dry. So it was kind of necessary, otherwise they would have suffocated. But as you can see, he's moving around in there. Yeah, so this was the first stage of our journey with the shrink wrapping. There's the other one that we had to help out. Just hope we've done the right thing. I mean, we had to do something, because if we'd left them in there and they didn't get through that air sac, then the prognosis wouldn't have been good anyway. So the membrane that you can see here was pure white before we lubricated or moistened it.
Just literally breaking off enough so I can put some coconut oil on his really dry membrane. And hopefully give him a bit of It's so dry around here.
So this is the one that we call Big Duck, the one that is the wrong way round. The air sac was closer towards Cat's wrist in the picture there. And his head is up the other end, so Cat's trying to get far enough back so that we can find a clean bit of membrane with no veins in, so that we can open that up and give him a hole to breathe with, otherwise he's not going to make it.
I feel that could be the only way to save him.
We're going to have to do something soon, because it's going to run out of air in there.
Just there, look.
You might be able to see where Cat's rubbing with the cotton bud now, that the membrane is clearer and there's less veins in it. That's what you need to look for when making a hole. Obviously you don't want to be nicking any red veins, because the duckling will bleed out. So that's where we're at the moment. We made a hole in Big Egg's air sac, and and we're constantly moisturising their membranes. We didn't show you all of the eggs because it was a lot of footage. You get the gist of it from what I showed you. So it's a bit of a waiting game now. We've obviously ramped the humidity in the incubator right up. We're up in sort of about 80%, which we have been for a couple of days, but just didn't seem to make any difference. We don't know what we did wrong because we had external or aftermarket hygrometer and thermometer in the incubator just to make sure that our readings were right, and we had everything where it should be the entire time, so we don't know why this happened, but this is where we're at. So what we need to do now is give them probably 24-36 hours to see if they fully absorb the membrane. All the veins that you see should kind of darken off and die back, and when that happens, if that happens, then we can assist with hatching. And when we get to that stage, I will film that so that you guys can see. And yeah, so it's a bit of a fingers crossed at the minute. Hopefully the little guys make it. So at this point we'd been up at all hours through the night, tending to the eggs and making sure that they're okay. And Kat had been meticulously applying Vaseline to the membrane to try and soften it. And as you can see, they eventually start to make their way through. So as you have just seen, we had a pretty emotional 24 to 48 hours. All of the ducklings were shrink wrapped and one of them was completely the wrong way around. We knew that the prognosis was not good, especially for Big Egg, as he was effectively in a breech position with his head at the wrong end of the egg with no air sac to breathe from.
So shrink wrapping is when the membrane inside the egg has come away from the egg and stuck around the duck or chicken. What that then means is that it sticks to them like glue and they can't rotate to unzip the egg, they can't move, and effectively they are trapped inside the egg and unable to hatch. It's one of those situations where we knew that if we intervened and helped them, they could die, and if we did nothing, they would die anyway. So we had to accept that whatever we did, we faced the possibility of losing one or all of our 4 little duckling family, and there was no way that we were going to lose them without at least trying. So what happened next is about to follow on from here. And I would certainly grab myself a tissue or two if I was you.
Oh, he yawned.
He's out.
Hi, baby. Hi. You made it. Still early days.
Oh, his eyes. He's opening his eyes.
Hi, baby. Hi.
If he's got his yolk sac, we're going to need a plastic for paper cup.
How on earth do they fit in there? we only have footage of these two actually hatching, as the other two were a bit more traumatic, and it happened through, well, in the middle of the night really. One of them was kind of forced out of its egg by the other two clambering all over it, so it was a bit of a rude awakening. I mean, thankfully she is okay, but Big Egg, we had to fully intervene with that one, and yeah, it's a bit touch and go for him or her at the moment, but the others are looking okay.
Say hi, Lulu. My belly button's looking. Take a picture of his belly button. My belly button's looking better. I'm just still a bit attached, but it's all dry.
So this is Big Egg, the one that was completely the wrong way round and upside down and all sorts of backwards. We had to fully assist in his hatch, and as you can see, he's very weak. We think he might have wry neck, which is where their neck muscles get really weak and they can't lift their head up. He's also not really opening his eyes very well, and he's trying to stand up, but he can't. He's wobbling all over the place. It's been quite a while now and he's still not looking great, so we're not sure how this is going to pan out with Big Egg, but we'll keep you informed. In the meantime, here's a picture of duckling number 3, who's still drying off a little bit. She's nearly there, just a tiny bit longer, and then she can go in the brooder with the others. But yeah, here's number 3, and a picture of the other two just being daft in the brooder. Yeah, I think that's about it for now, so we will keep you informed. There'll be plenty of pictures and videos of the ducks as they progress and grow, and yeah, hopefully see you in the next one.